with the witch and the wizard. Hi, this is Witch and the Wizard.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, that's great.
What's up? Oh. Hi, babes.
What's going on, people?
What's going on, peeps? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right in the corner. How did I do that? This little, smooth over a little bit. Okay, perfect. Is that good?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, our peeps? How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? You are live with the Witch and the Wizard. TheWitchandTheWizard.com. Make sure you subscribe to the channel at TheWitchandTheWizard.com. How you loving, Wiz? How you
I
loving?
love that with a big heart.
I love that answer. That's the first time somebody said that. Of all the times I ask people, how you loving?
Rhonda Noble, you gotta go to the Witch and the Wizard. You guys too. We're gonna erase all the comments. We waving at people. I love you, Rhonda, but you gotta go to the Witch and the Wizard.
Go to the Witch and the Wizard. The Witch and the Wizard.
Rolita, you gotta go to the Witch and the Wizard.
At the Witch.
Oh Lord, how did we do that? Oh gosh, forget it. Just don't read anything. Go to the Witch and the Wizard, wherever you at.
Go to the Witch and the Wizard because the Wizard is reading comments online.
Well, I mean, you can go. Actually, they go where they want, but if you want comments read,
if you want comments read, go to the Witch and the Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's super late. We've been here since early.
We got
Recording
a lot done
other
today,
videos.
right?
Yes, but I wanted to get on here by like 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So that we could do a big mashup. And when I thought about the mashup, I thought it was 6 o'clock, but it's 9 o'clock almost. So it might be a shorter mashup than possible.
Yeah.
The lights giving out.
Oh, snap.
Oh, no.
Like
So
dang, we just started.
So the lights, we have a light timer on, so the lights will be switching off like in an hour.
That's a good reminder.
So hopefully we'll be like, we're gone.
Right.
So before anything, you guys know I was gone or whatever. So I recorded a video in Spanish. I was going to record it in English as well. But then I thought, why am I recording this in 2 languages? Rolita Noble, thank you for coming on. Rolita Noble switched from Roberto Amato to the Witch and the Wizard.
Smash that line button, baby. Smash it on the Witch and the Wizard. Smash it. Smash it.
So I on my trip, I went to a little shop. Y'all know me, I don't know if y'all know, but I love to shop, so I'm in the shops and I shop at shops. So anyways, found some stuff and I made a video on it. Are you waving at people on other channels? Hopefully y'all go here. You too.
Yes, sir.
Look, I love.
Yes, sir.
Look at the lights. So actually, look at these notes. So, and I'm sorry, we love you guys. We love all of you guys. But if you want the messages and you want the love, go to the Witch and the Wizard. Because obviously we love all of our channels and what we have. But it's Witch and the Wizard time right now.
Yes, now it's Tantra Talks.
Wait a minute. The witch asked me what's going on with my hair. I told her I don't care. I see why now. Look at this.
It's like,
so
we got work to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, I'm tired. I don't really care.
Let's go to work.
So, alright, so I did a show in Spanish, a video. I'm going to edit it. I didn't go live, but I should have. And I was going to do it in Spanish and English. I wanted to be an equal opportunist with the language barriers.
Yes, it's beautiful.
And so, oh Lord.
Yeah.
So, so when I was about to do it in, I don't know why I did it in Spanish because I usually do English first. I don't know why I did it in Spanish. I'm messing with you. No, I'm messing with you.
Oh my God.
So anyways, the video was about, because it was drop. So the video was about just keeping in mind and blocking out all the bitter and the yicky yak and the chatter, because a lot of times we miss our blessing because of the chatter. So I thought to do a video in Spanish and in English, just explaining a little bit about my process, because some of you guys think that I'm just like oh, it doesn't happen. Like, no, I'm fighting stuff all the time,
Wow.
including my conscience. Don't,
It's
wow,
good.
you know that.
No, I mean,
You
it's,
know that. You know that.
I mean, it's wild too. Nice to hear you talk about that to our peeps, because sometimes people don't like to talk about their experiences, but we're very transparent.
Oh, God, what was his last comment? If you want us to read your comments, you gotta go to Witch and the Wizard.
Go
No,
to the Witch and the Wizard.
go to Witch and the Wizard.
.com.
I saw something about hands. So it was an interesting comment, but I'm gonna follow the rules. We're gonna only read off of the Witch and the Wizard. What's up? What's up? What's up? Shauna Stevens.
They're hopping over. Oh,
Val,
Shauna is with us today.
Shauna said you're glowing, Val.
Oh, thank you.
So
This time I went to somebody in the office. Was that okay?
No, I'm joking. So, anyways,
Oh,
it was crazy because
you're killing me tonight.
because I got something for Val, and in the process I missed my blessing and my peace. I'm just being hard-headed, right? Whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't act surprised when you know the story.
I know.
Right?
I'm giving some added effects.
No, it is, but it throws me off because
Okay.
that's like when you
I already
get
told her
caught.
that.
But that's like, it's my fault though. I'm the one that I should be like, yeah.
Right.
Wait, try it again.
Ooh.
So I missed my blessing in the process. Do it.
What?
Yeah, girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What?
lady. Yes,
Just
bitch.
tell us what happened.
So, anyways, the thing was this. I love crystals and all this. I rarely get pulled somewhere because I just do whatever, and so I don't usually get pulled like over here, over here. So I'm in this place. I'm looking for something completely different. I'm looking at these stones and these swords and these knives and blah blah blah, and I get pulled. My head gets pulled and my attention into a little area, and I was like, there ain't nothing there. And then I kind of look a little further. I'm like, ooh, there's some nice little things hanging. So I go to see it. And when I see it, dun dun dun, oh, this for the witch. We're not going, you don't like to make them suffer though, but
yes.
We're going to do that later.
Ooh.
So I see the piece, right? When I see the piece, I'm like, oh, Val. And then when I go grab it, I'm like, ooh, it feels good too. I was like, yes. So then I'm like, but Val doesn't like this stone. She does, but I don't know why I wasn't thinking like, I don't associate it with Val. Well, I didn't back then. That was a couple weeks ago, but I didn't because I associated with something completely different. All right. So my consciousness associated that with something that was spiritual, and obviously it's clashing. And it's like, no, it's for Val. And I'm like, no, that's what this person would like, or this is something else. And I'm like, wait a minute, but these are the use of it is not for someone else. Val would love this, but this isn't her stone. So I'm going back and forth instead of just going with my feeling and saying like, look, I got here and I thought Val immediately before I even saw it. Because that's another clear sign that it's something that is not of you. When it's something that you see without really seeing, and it's not what you normally would see. So that's a clear sign like, hey, that's something else. I don't know if you want to look at these.
Yes.
Someone says hi. So that's a clear sign.
The Witch and the Wizard.
That's not what I was trying to do. Make you
Oh.
like, so, but oh, hi, Gotti. Hi, Gotti.
Gotti, how's the baby? Oh, today's miracle lesson was such a great reminder. Thank you.
Great.
I finished that movie while we were here. He was
Yes.
live on his channel twice, right?
No, I wasn't live. I recorded it. I didn't want to go live.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, long story short. Oh, I forgot. Look, we have a call anyways at 10.
Yes.
So
I saw that message come up.
So it came up. That came up. I'm fighting it, and then so I get over the hurdle. Like, all right, it's not for this person. So I get over that hurdle, and then my demonic consciousness was like, well, it's for you then. I was like, yeah, it's mine. Like, I love this. It's actually going to match the bracelet that Val gave me before. So this is beautiful.
Ooh.
So, of course, your subconscious mind, your human muggle mind, will put you there in a place where it's okay. And if that doesn't work, something else will be thrown at you. So, so I'm like, amazing. I'll get her another one. Oh, look, there's a black one here. She likes black stuff. No, she doesn't. She's not about that honest. So then, as I'm looking for something else for her, because I'm like, well, I felt something, so I should probably get something, knowing this is the one that's hers. I then go to the black one. I'm like, ooh, this is nice. Put it on. Then I look somewhere else, and I see this blue one, and I'm like, ooh, nice. I touch it, I'm like, and I feel like this is yours. And I'm like, no, it's not. It can't be. I got this tiger eye here, and I got black onyx, you know what I mean? Like, this can't, this, seriously. And it's, the way it's cut, I'm like, stop playing. I don't need all this love right now and all that stuff. So I'm like against it, right? So I'm having all this stuff. The guy that is buying for me, just he thinks I'm being indecisive, but I'm having all this struggle. So lastly, I just put it down, and then I remember saying, "What is it? Is it a 2 for 3 deal?" Like joking, but the guy was like, "No, there's no 2 for 3." And then I was thinking in my head, like, "See, your consciousness is off." Cause so it ain't 2 for 3, and that ain't for Val. It's for you. You give her the black one, okay? It's gonna match her dark clothes. You know what I mean? She's gonna love it. Cause this tiger eye feels so good. It's gotta be for me. Cause she doesn't like tiger's eye. So long story short, then comes his father, and he starts speaking to me, and we talk a little bit, and we talk about stones, and he says something to his son. I don't know. So then I hear, oh, he's about to give you the deal. So, of course, because I have left my consciousness, I have left my spiritual consciousness, because I'm trying to get this tiger eye from me and not for Val. So I didn't pay no attention to them. I'm like, whatever, like, you've been wrong the whole time, so let's leave that alone. Don't look at my channel either. My channel, people on my channel, come to Witch and the Wizard so we could hear you and we could respond to you guys. I saw something about loving tiger's eye. Yes. So, wait a minute. Oh, this is the Witch and the Wizard. No. This is the Witch and the Wizard. This is us. This is the comment. No. Hold on. I'm on my channel, but I'm watching your show, our show, which is, these are the notes for that. Because the dude that just mentioned here, he's on my channel. And it's not him. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because I'm the one that usually responds. So it doesn't matter. She's telling me what she's like.
We ain't gonna
I'm sorry. You could do it. No, I'm on it, but I usually respond with that one. It doesn't matter. You could change it. So anyways, long story short, so then I said, you know what, just give me one. I want the tiger's eye. Val doesn't want the onyx anyways, even though the onyx is hot. So then the guy tells me, you only want one? I was going to give you the discount. And I was like, what discount? And then he said the 2 for 3. When he told me that, it like brought me back, like, it was like a, see, I didn't lie to you. Like, listen to me. So then I was like, ooh, that's my spirit talking. Like, let me go back and listen to what he was saying. So when he told me that, I'm getting goosebumps. So spirit is like, yeah, fool, that was me. Because my spirit gets irritated with me. He's like, yes, it was me. Well, who else was it? So stop trying to listen to yourself and do what you want. So I ended up saying, all right, give me the tiger's eye. It is definitely for Val then. But now since she got that, I'm going to buy the onyx. Then I heard the blue one is yours. I'm like, no. It can't be for me. It can't be for me. It's light blue. I don't know what that's going with. I don't really need all that right now. I'm going with the dark. It's the closest thing to obsidian. It's onyx. It cleanses anyways. It's strong. You know what I'm saying? I could use it for meditation. It's a prayer bead. I could pray with it. Like, I could do a whole bunch of stuff. I could throw it up in the air. I could do like, you know what I mean? I could put it, I could wave it around my head.
Work it with.
So the point is that I ended up getting a third one because it was free. So I saw a nice one that was pink. And then I was like, oh, this is for somebody else. This is for so-and-so. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get those 3. So now they probably got their blessed stone, and I got my black stone that I want out of egotism. But the moral of the story is this. We miss a lot of times our blessings and what we're supposed to have because we want to go with this.
Yeah.
And with these.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't look with this and this. You should look with this. If this is right. If it's black like the obsidian, don't use it. Don't use it. So the thing is that in the midst of me snapping back into reality, Valerie, who was supposed to get what she was supposed to get, got it because her consciousness is clear. And Spirit was like, this fool is going to mess it all up. So let's pull it back and let's bring him back. But it wasn't enough for me to get the one I was supposed to get and I was going to get. But the point is that we can't do that. And a lot of us do that because we want to think too much or know too much or feel too much with these. And that's what I was doing.
Wow.
That's that. Excuse my story. And I feel like I ranted.
I love it.
I feel like I was ranting. Where is it?
That's I
You
close
closed it.
for some reason? You know
It's
what I
okay.
went to do? I went to log into the other one, and I didn't have the correct password. So then I closed that, and
I don't remember the password.
I don't even remember it now, right now either. But we have it written down, so it's gonna be somewhere. Wiz,
Let me see.
are you gonna show us, or are you still gonna be teasing us? Can we see it yet, or not yet?
They're not trying to see it. What?
Y'all don't want to see it? Y'all don't want to see it? Y'all don't want to see it? I do. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to see it. I want to see it.
You didn't see it yet?
They want to see it. Can we?
Can we?
Let's see it.
Clean McCray. What's up, Clean McCray? I love it. Brown and Smith. Anayu. Come on. Ya llegué. Bendiciones.
Show it to us.
Familia. Mucho cariño, mucho amor, mucho cariño, mucho amor. So, there was another thing then.
I do. Yes.
Then I did the same thing with the bags, right? Oh my God, did I put it in the right bags? Then I did the same thing with the bags, right? So I'm like, this bag matches mine. So I'm like, she's gonna get that one. So this was my daughter's bag, because long story short, we had it was a really old place, and they had these old bags. Oh my God. Brian Smith. So, why am I reading? I'm so sorry. Oh my God, is here yet? Okay, is this Witch and the Wizard?
No, Witch and the Wizard's up there. This is
No, but Brown and Smith. Oh, how did that happen? I don't know. Me neither. But let's go. So good.
It's all good.
Wait a minute. No, so I got the wrong notes. No, I got the wrong notes.
But we were on
No, we
Witch and
can't.
Wizard before.
No, we're not doing that. Where is it? I'm sticking to the rules.
That's right.
Sticking to the rules.
Yes, sir.
Show us, stop playing. Rolita says, show us, stop playing. Shauna Stevens, Rolita, Tawanda Vance.
Shauna,
thank you.
Rocked it out.
Tawanda Vance.
Yesterday.
Katie, oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, Shauna, with your words and your encouragement and your love. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for bringing your sister Angie. She blessed us with song. Thank you. Thank you. I got on my own today. Nobody said nothing about the own. You gonna show us, or you gonna keep teasing us? Can we see?
I'm responding to Katie. Katie had a really good comment.
Okay.
And she's so sweet. But Katie, we're not especially wise or anything. Katie, we all are. You are. We just gotta go in and get it. So you have it in you. It's all in you, because it's the same source. It's the same God, spirit, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, I did the same thing with the bag. So I try to give her this bag, because the original bag is, it was really this old place, like, you know, the old Pakistani and all this. And it was like, I was opening the bag like, oh, this is about to break. And now, I don't know what happened. Maybe because I took the wrong ones, the bags disappeared, or somebody just took them, or what. But what I do know is that when I put it in this bag, because I was like, black on black. So, of course, here I am still attached to the muggles. So I really got to cleanse this and put some spirit into it, because it's going to work for something. So then my daughter came. She like, that's my red bag. I was like, it was. Keep it moving, young lady. She was like, no. So it's like, I'm going to give it a bag. It's like, give her your bag and you take my bag. So, and then she moved this. Then I'm going to be wherever you at. I'm like,
oh, she got you with that one. Oh, that's so beautiful, Wiz.
This is the look I gave her. All right. No, I was like, of course, you're always right here, boo. You're always right here.
Always.
Oh, yeah, family first.
Oh, yeah, family.
So, anyways, no, you're never late. Wait, what am I reading there? It's here. We only
Go to
reading
the Witch and the Wizard.com.
for the comments. If you want to read comments, Tawanda Vance.
Witch and the Wizard
Red,
channel.
my favorite color. Tawanda, that is my favorite color too.
I'm waving to Witch and the Wizard.
Rolita said that she loves your necklace.
I got this in Sedona. Can I give them a close-up look?
Of course, and a story and everything.
Oh, they heard the story already when I did the Witchy Hall. The Witchy Hall from, look at the when I did the Witchy Hall from my birthday trip to, Love It. Do you love it?
I love it.
You love it? You love it? You love it. My birthday trip to Salem, Mass. You know, I was getting my witchiness on over
Oh my
there.
gosh.
On a whole nother level.
Birthdays this year are going
Oh,
down.
they're going crazy. Because we're going to be.
Where we going to be at?
We're going to be with Mother Ayahuasca on his birthday next month.
For where?
In Peru.
And the witch pushed it to happen. I don't know what happened. I was like, it'll happen when it happens. And one day I got an email.
Magic.
And I'm like, I was like, I didn't register for nothing. I gotta tell these people, I got clients. Ayahuasca's calling me. Who's ayahuasca? His mama.
Our mother. Our mother.
So, well, before I show what this is, I always wanted this. I don't know if you guys know that I was in the Middle East for about 6 years, a little over 6 years, Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Mm-hmm. And I always wanted one of these, but I never really found a real one, a real good one with some true, like, rocks, essence, energy. So I was like, I'm not paying a couple $100 for something, and it's just
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if they got it from a mountain in Japan or where they got it or where they made it. But so this is it, and it's funny because the other part that I was finding is because y'all knew that she had got me a bracelet, tiger's eye bracelet. So I was like, nah, you just trying to do that because she got your tiger's eye bracelet. This ain't for her, it's for you. My consciousness was playing with me the whole time. So it's a prayer bead, and it's tiger's eye, and I love it, and it's hers, and I'm touching it for the last time. That's so that was it, and excuse the long story, but it was more to tell you guys we all struggle with this kind of stuff.
We do. Even when we're doing it in the metaphysical shop or the spiritual shop, it's still an inner conversation. And the way you know crystals are real is you put them on your cheek. If they're cold, they're real. Cold. If they're not cold, they're not real. These are cold. If they're cold, this is really a crystal. If it's not cold, it's not a crystal. It's plastic or something else. What are we talking about next in the Magick Mashup?
Well,
do y'all love it?
What happens now?
God, I'm so grateful.
Oh, I didn't show you guys
and
mine.
You know I'm a praying, chanting somebody. These are about to go all the way up. I'm a praying, chanting somebody.
Well, I'm telling you, I felt something when I held it. I was like, my consciousness was like, are you sure this is hers? Don't give me away, I'm yours. Liar!
Liar!
The devil's a liar.
Get me behind me, Satan.
So mine is a black one. Like I told you guys, it's onyx. So I really, truly do believe that a lot of stuff that's going to come from it is good. I just got to clear it up and put my energy on it. So, what say you, which, and I know we prepared a little bit for y'all because we were about to do a show about it. I was like, let's do a show on cleansing. We both got to clear our stuff. Let's just do it on a show. But the time has been crazy. So we are going to talk about it here.
Beautiful.
What are different ways for people to cleanse their stuff?
To cleanse their stuff? So we're taking these to
I was going the same way.
I know.
That was not planned.
It sure wasn't. So, as we know, Wiz told me, when I went into my magical cupboard, I bought, y'all gonna love this. I wrapped it with the head wrap you gave me, the elephant head wrap you gave me. Yeah, so it's from the magical cupboard. And this is our first and most effective, or I would say one of my favorite ways to clean. And I brought y'all from my altar, my smudge stick, as you can see, my smudge stick, and right here is where I
that's a serious thing.
I'll be saging up with this.
Lord, yes, white sage.
I actually set off the fire.
Verex, go to witchandthewizard.com.
Yes.
Comments on Witch and the Wizard. Witch and the Wizard.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And you find the channel by going to the Witch and the Wizard.
Because I don't want to not respond to anybody on Roberta Model or Valerie Love.
Yes.
Like
we love
Luna.
You brought sea salt? Ooh.
Sea salt.
Now let me tell you something about salt. Salt will cut anything. That's like a universal scissor. Salt cut anything. You know, you could even make a circular salt if you want when you do the Oh yeah, the
Santo.
Palo stick.
I
Absolutely.
love Palo Santo. I have some at home, but we're not reading from the other
No,
ones.
wait, that's right.
Guys, go to the Witch and the
Go
Wizard.
to the Witch and the Wizard.
Yes, but this is the last comment on this channel, Palo Santo, because we wanna stick to the same thing so that we can get everybody's stuff right here. Yes. Oh, Gabby.
Gabby.
Look at it. Well, what a coincidence.
Gabby's with us.
Gabby, so Gabby, I have another pair of prayer beads.
Since I was in Florida.
Might that be for you, Gabby?
Oh wow.
We don't know. Let's see, Gabby.
Oh, now.
Yes, you saw her look.
Hi, Gabby. How you loving, sweetie boo? How you loving? Oh my God.
So let's go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, I love my sage, and when I sage, I open the windows and the doors so the creepy crawlies, the itty bitty,
Get out!
They have an escape hatch.
Yeah, I'm looking around to see.
Yeah.
I want to light it up.
You want to light it?
I know, but we're not
That's
supposed to.
right.
Oh, dang. Okay. Because, guys, I wanted to record in the daytime so that we can actually do all the cleansing processes for you guys, but time didn't really allow. So, we're not going to burn it.
Do you like the smell?
Yeah, but tell them the process. Yeah, of course. Tell them your process because actually, the witch got me this amazing smudge. And I just want her to read it because it's shamanic. Anything that says shaman on it, which is like, oh, that might be for him. So it's black sage. All right, now black sage, from what I know, is stronger than white sage, and it's when you got some heavy stuff going on.
You're gonna clean it, right?
I mean, you can hang this stuff outside of your drawers and whatever. You're gonna keep some stuff away with it off, including vermins from this world.
This world and
I might go pass it around the house. I might sprinkle some of it in every corner without it. I might put it in their food.
I was just thinking that.
So she read the back to me, and I thought that it was super interesting. So read it, and let's talk about a little bit about the process because we talked about the 7 directions.
Yes.
You touched on that. She's an expert, so you guys already know.
Did we say the 7 directions already?
No, we haven't. Said
Okay.
it. I'm saying it so
we'll talk about
that's your cue. That's your cue.
Yes, sir. I got it.
My house in front. But I want you to read this first because I thought it was so interesting to read what was on it. I was like, oh Lord, this is more powerful than I thought.
It's beautiful. So we have white sage and we have black sage, also known as mugwort.
Yes.
Mugwort. For centuries, smudging, the burning of aromatic herbs, has been practiced among Native Americans to purify objects and locations. Black sage is native to sunny, dry slopes in the coastal ranges of California and Baja. Burning this sage promotes a positive environment, which is conducive to deep meditation. And on the front, it says shaman smudge stick, black sage. And you know, the way is, when I saw black sage, I was like, oh yeah, this is for him. And shaman, I was like,
She's like, he's dark.
He got that dark side.
He's dark.
People appreciate that though. They appreciate people that are in touch with their dark side,
Oh, I'm in
right?
touch.
Shadows out. Oh, I'm in touch. Definitely in touch with my dark side.
You gotta go and come back.
You gotta go.
How do you know?
Got to.
How do I know you pledged your alliance to good?
You remember
You
that?
ain't been nowhere. Where you been? Oh, I went back and forth. I'm good, trust me.
Do you want to tell them anything about how we made sure and sealed that deal that you pledged your allegiance to the light?
Oh my God.
That it's pledged for real.
I guess we could. I mean,
It's pledged
after
for
we
real.
do what we do, but
The 7 directions.
Well, the 7 directions.
7 directions.
I
And how I smudge?
Yeah, how you smudge. What's crazy is that even if I smudge, I mean, my altar and prayer and the moon, that to me is really where it's at for me. Like I do some of the stuff because I know that it works and it's like super extra. But like I really gravitate more towards like the moon, prayer, meditation, and my altar because like I told you, my altar is no joke. You know, I put apples in. I'm like, oh Lord, I forgot the apple was there. It's still here. oh, it's not spoiled yet. So like I'm heavy into that. Plus, like I told you before, that it just depends how I feel. I don't feel like I need to smudge everything. You should. I don't advise you not to. I'm a little bit of a roughneck, and I just my energy is really strong, and Gabby said mountain sage. Yeah, there's a lot of sages. There's a lot of different sages. Yeah, there's a lot of desert sage. Yes, I was like, what? Should have done that in the desert. So I'm more into feeling it because, like I said, when I went to Sedona, when I got one of my first crystals, my quartz, I felt it. I was like, wow, cleansed it out and all this and that, and I was like, I can't meditate with this right now. Now I gotta put back into it. I should have kept it at that point. From that point on, I've always been into kind of like evening it out. Kathy, love you, love you. But come to the Witch and the Wizard, the Witch and the Wizard, so we could see what you're saying. Katie had a question too. What I keep talking about is I don't want to keep ranting and not answer people's questions. Okay. Where is Katie?
I think you just passed one from Katie. That one? Is it that one?
Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So I started to answer and then I started talking. Okay. So with me, it just depends how I feel and what I feel it is, and then I also like to renew it. I like to renew the energy. I have a piece in my bag that I've had for a while. So I take it. Somebody did 11 for you on Anya Chavez. Val, did you ever get... We didn't see it. Go to the Witch and the Wizard. We love you anyways, but you should respond to that too. So pull up yours too if you want to. Sorry, this will be one of the few times. But anyways, the point is that it just really depends on how I feel and what I think it needs and when I need to like rejuvenate it or renew it. So I'm more into keeping it within my own stuff. But I love sage. I love palo, and I do it more to clear my space and clear my energy. And I feel that if I continue to do so, so I know that if I continue to do so and work on that, that I usually have my spaces pretty tight, and I don't have all my pieces out everywhere, and it's not a lot of energies around it. My hovering, anyways. Like my stuff is pretty tight, so that's what I do.
You got it on lockdown?
Well, I tried to. I'm not. I was about to say, yeah, I got it on lockdown. Clink. But Spirit was like, Negro, don't say all of that. Like, look, you're in front of the camera, but if you was on lockdown, you'd be in heaven right now. So,
well, we all.
I got it on lock, not locked down. It's
locked. It's locked. They got hinges on the
yeah, but go ahead.
So, it just be anything coming up in this camp.
But I do like the palo better. But I honestly think that this black sage is really it. The scent is stronger. Like we said, it's a two-pacey stronger scent.
Powerful.
But I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Like
strong.
Like I want to get smacked anyways, and I want over that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's clean now. You gonna get it cleaned out. If y'all, I might. You know what's crazy is that sometimes I feel like I ain't even gonna open a crack. We're gonna just let them suffocate in here a little bit, so you know not to come back.
Be like sizzling in the sage. Can't breathe.
You want me
watching them fry.
Then I go to the window like not to crack it.
It'd be like suffocating.
And I told you, you're sucking them butt out of here. But go ahead.
You torture the spirits before they leave. You torture them on the way out the door.
It depends how I feel. That's what I feel.
What kind of mood am I in?
Let me tell you something. When I
think torturing mood.
When I think stupid things, when I think stupid things, I don't not do it. When I think idiotic thoughts,
you do it.
I just do it.
Wow.
What did I think about with the what do you call this?
The
diffuser. So we put frankincense in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh man. Yeah.
So in Abu Dhabi, I got into exactly. Yes. So when that happened, I heard like, oh, you could cleanse it off of that, and I was like,
that's right.
I was like, boy, stop playing. And then the thought came again, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, Val, we could probably cleanse with this thing. It's so crazy. And you were like, I thought the same thing, and I was
when
like,
you were sitting over there.
Yeah. And I was like, let me look it up online, and it was like, it's true. Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah, yeah.
ceremony?
And it was there.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
have that here. We have the diffuser.
Don't you love that?
And it
Can
has
they
the frankincense.
see?
We've been doing this. Yeah, I think they could. I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
could. So, and we've been doing. So you
Look
could
at
probably smudge with
that.
this. Wow.
With frankincense and clary sage, we have
Yes.
it right now, right?
Yes.
And frankincense, the angels love frankincense. And
Yes,
frankincense,
they do.
frankincense and myrrh, high vibration. And you put those two together, frankincense and myrrh, straight up to heaven. That's when they brought Christ, the baby Christ, when he was born. Frankincense and myrrh.
So I talked a little bit about my process. I pray and meditate with it. I pray before, I pray during, I pray after. I have an intention. I set my intentions when I'm cleansing and when I'm doing what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm not gonna do it just let it simple. Like, oh yeah, it's done. So I'm really putting me and my intention into it. So I'm super focused on it. I'm trying to break some stuff. I act like I'm trying to destroy and break some things, and I put it all into it. Tell us a little bit about your process or processes, because there's a couple.
Couple of them.
Yes. And I was gonna put our stuff in the new one and never made it out. It didn't make it out. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to go like this. I put it in the new move out, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So I didn't put mine either. I was like, hers ain't going, I'm not going either.
Because the best is always unfolding anyway, right? By divine intention. So when I do the sage, make sure to get the corners. Make sure to get the corners. And we were talking about this over the weekend, that entities and beings love to come in corners. And angels will also come in corners. That's why I always pray up all four corners. And
Of
the
the
four
room.
corners, yes.
We're not talking about the corners of your stone.
Right. Yes, your space where you are. Pray up all four corners. And if you really want to light your corners up, fire and water in all four corners. So you get a tall candle, the pillar candle, the 7-day burning candle. You put it in a bowl of water. Some people don't like to leave the 7-day burning candles burning. However, I leave them burning because I have them in a safe place. And you can also put them in a bowl of water, the 7-day burning candle. And you know, I burn candles for all kinds of things. I'd be like for kids, for family, for protection, for all kinds of things. And when I burn the candle, you can read. You know, we burned candles at the retreat in Sedona as well, Candle Magic there. And when you burn the candle, as the candle burns down, you can see all the issues, you can see all the things. And you can start 3 candles at the very same time for 3 different people, pray over them, intention over each of them, and you can see that each of them act differently. So anyway, if you want to clear all 4 corners as you burn your sage, what I do is I do light and water in all 4 corners. So the 7-day burning candle plus a vessel of water. Now you may have seen the vessel of water that I keep on my altar, and I keep that vessel of water on my altar because, and you fill it all the way to the top. Like I fill my vessel every morning, fresh water, every morning, tend to your altar. Every morning, I tend to the altar. Every morning is part of your spiritual practice. Tend to your altar. Clear anything that's over it. Pray. Empty the old water. Water is catching all the whatever is around, and it's catching energies. You'll see bubbles in the water a lot of times. And oh my God, don't you see the bubbles in the water sometimes? You set that water there. Like, first, it's just like, what is going on?
Was it cleaned right?
Down bubbles will come up in that water. You know it.
You know what it was.
Something was up in here, but it ain't up in here no more. Right? So we got fire, earth, air, water. So these are the 4 ways that we can clear and cleanse. So when I sage, that's what I do. I tend to the corners, pay special attention to the corners. I burn the sage, and I always have a crack or something open where they can escape. I don't torture them on the way out. I mean, that's just not my thing. But, you know, hey, have at it. Feel free. But them spirits, I bet you, they will never come back, right?
That's what I want.
They would never come back.
And you can send your big cousin. I'll take care of him too.
That's right. We're going to lock it all down. And the 7 directions of Native American: east, west, south, north, and up, down, and within. That's the 7th one. The direction into the heart. So those are the 7 directions. And you can, and when I smudge, also sometimes what we do is pray and then smudge yourself. Smudge yourself all over from the crown of your feet, Feet don't have crowns, Valerie. From the sole of your feet to the crown of your head. Smudge yourself, cleanse yourself. Oh, you'll feel like $1,000,000. You'll be buzzing. I like to be buzzing most of the time, spiritually alive and buzzing. So that's really good for that. And you know I'm going to be doing that because anytime you get a new magical implement like these prayer beads, new magical implements, smudge, clarify, pray, as Wiz stated, intentions, put your intentions in it, pray over it, cleanse it, clear it. We don't know who had the truck, who's driving the truck, who had this. We don't know who loaded it from the warehouse. We don't know all those energies along the way. Clear all of that. Clear it. Where are we going to next?
Well, Katie, I just responded to Katie. She said this was for you. She said, I bought a notebook for Santa Phone. My journey is about to begin.
Angel.
I say, yay, Katie. Get it, sister. Let it all begin.
I love Santa Phone. Oh my God.
Relita Noble made a comment. We could both touch on it a little bit. And I'm just going to tell you how I feel. Because I have to say what I feel.
Yes.
She said, I learned something new tonight. Never thought about using my diffuser that way. Thank you so much.
Isn't that a great idea?
It is, but right now, when I thought about that, it was when I had it earlier. Remember, it was really strong?
Yeah.
So remember that the oils, like even now, this frankincense has evaporated somewhat, so it's pure, it's a thick oil, so I put a little bit less. But really be in touch with it and see how thick it is or not. Because remember that it's oiled, and if you have a diffuser with water, it's diffusing it. Now, not to say that it's not going to work or that it's any less of it, and the witch will touch on it. That's just how I feel. Like, I got to feel that strength and that, you know what I mean? So if you do it and you feel it, do it. Because I'm the type that right now, if it's not feeling kind of weak and I'm getting goosebumps, so I guess I might be on the right track. I don't know. So I'm the type that I'll do that. I'll pray on it, and I'll put it on my altar, and I'll pray it on my altar, and I'll leave it there, and I'll leave it to the angels and to the powers of being in my altar. Go ahead.
Hello. I know that's right. Speaking of which.
We have another question. Do you? Oh, yeah. No, but go ahead.
Yeah. Frankincense. So if you want to get your frankincense, get it from us. What kind of perfection?
Oh, yeah.
Either Roberto Amado
yes.
or Valerie Love. So we'll put the links. We'll link it up below.
Yes.
So that's where we get our organic essential oils. Organic from a trusted source. There's so much crud out there when it comes to our essential oils that are not real, pure aroma. These are kosher, organic, what's the word that I'm looking for? Therapeutic grade.
Therapeutic grade.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah, big difference.
If you don't know, Google it.
Yes, come on now.
Like my cousin was like, pero eso está en Google it. I was like, well, it's where? He goes, and Google it. I thought he was saying Google it, like being smart, like go Google it. But you know the E in Spanish makes a sound. She's like, Google le. So I was like, oh, my bad.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Google it. Google it. So
I love it.
I don't know, someone asked if we have an ancestor altar. I don't know if we could both answer it, I guess.
You want to go first?
You can go first. Oh, I mean, I can go first. I don't because, not that I don't, but this is my thing. When it comes to altars and when it comes to energy and stuff like that, I don't want to say that I'm not working with my ancestors because I am, and I'm always looking, especially in meditation and trying to learn and I'm trying to take shamanic experiences to kind of find and get some teaching and some knowledge and some guidance. But just like the night that we were in Sedona and chanting, and my grandfather came in, and so
oh my goodness.
I wasn't looking for him.
Yeah,
that was the last person in my mind. So I get a lot of things channeled that way. So I don't have anything specific for them, and I don't have anyone that has come to me or anything. If I did, and I was doing some sort of a work, then I would, or if I was pulling on something specific, but. No disrespect to my ancestors or anyone, but I mean, you're working with the angels, you're working with Jesus, you're working with God. So that's like usually that's my focus, and then anything else that comes, then I kind of just deal with. Like when he came that day, then we dealt with that, and we saw what was going on. If someone comes that I don't even know or whatever, I'll deal with that accordingly. So I don't have anything specifically. I don't know if that's answering your question, but you could go ahead and touch on that.
I don't have an ancestral altar up now, but I do set up ancestral altars here and there. Sometimes I'll put up a white altar for more. And this is one of the things that I do for my ancestors. And I do this every year without fail. I always do the dumb supper. The dumb supper is on October 31st, right? The quote unquote Halloween, according to witches and wizards. You know, for magical people, that's a very powerful, powerful time of year for us because it is the thinning of the veil. The veil is most thin on All Hallows Eve, and that's when I do a dumb supper. And you can look up dumb supper. As a matter of fact, you go to the Christian Witches Facebook fan page, and if you scroll all the way down, if you search the Christian Witches Facebook fan page, maybe a couple of years ago, I put up the exact steps, and I think I might renew it again, step by step by step, how you do a dumb supper. And I do the dumb supper specifically for my mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother. Also, that's being blood.
Yeah, go to the Witch and the Wizard.
The Witch and the
Go to the Witch and the Wizard. Cut and paste that message to the Witch and the Wizard. Go ahead.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. And remember when we went to the fire festivals, the Samhain Fire Festival, and in that Samhain Fire Festival, there's actually a druid, and the druid in a ritual, a fire festival, a ritual, they open the portal and call through everyone's ancestors in a very sacred ceremony that all of us prep for, and you prep and you state the name of all the ancestors. It's a whole ritual that we do, right? Yeah. And they come out and they tell you, almost like giving you a reading for the year. They tell you what's going on and what's going on with you and what to lift up and what to, oh my God, they just talk to you and they tell you all kinds of stuff. And it's that open dialogue, and it's easy to do that on October 31st, which is Halloween. And then November 1st is our brand new year, Witches and Wizards, our Magic Beeps. Now, when I do the dumb supper, I set the place usually for my mother and my grandmother. And the dumb supper is you're quiet and you invite them to come in and have a conversation with you over a meal. So they call it dumb supper because you no speaking. It's all silent. And I tell you one thing, that dumb supper, people have said that the computers have gone out. When you set the table and you turn off all the lights and you have a dumb supper, when you set the table for a dumb supper and all those ancestors start coming in, next thing you know, iPads don't work, television start crackling, all kinds of things have happened. Shadows, getting cold all of a sudden, smelling scents, all of that. Yeah, Liz?
Yeah, I mean...
For ancestors.
Yeah, I'm done too. Someone made another comment about the ancestors, and no problem, Brandy Martin. There's 3 questions. I want to get to all of them. So I'm gonna go. Is there any meaning behind crystals chipping from accidents, drops, and such? So I'll touch on that. Our altars. What are altars? How to set one up, and is it necessary? Nothing is ever really necessary, but they are necessary. So I'll touch on that. We'll touch on that now. Give me a second. And I think that's the 3rd one there. Well, let me go to the crystals. Yes, there are several meanings. Val can talk to you about it. I hate when that happens because
you had quite a few experiences with that, haven't you?
Yeah. And they were done. And they're like, we are out, service is over. So a lot of times, it's happened to me also with bracelets. What's crazy was with bracelets that I had before when I was younger, and it would just shatter, you know, or a crucifix or something. I'm like, Lord, like, what happened?
Woo.
And it's like,
I can feel that.
You know, my mom would be like, it just saved you from something.
Yeah, like, something. That's right.
Stop playing. Let it come back. This was my outfit for tonight. Let it come back. Let me deal with it differently. We didn't have to you didn't have to dive in front. It wasn't a bullet. So a lot of times, it's saving you from something. Now for me, when I see that, because before when I was younger, I would think like it was in a battle. But it was or it wasn't, but it absorbed it.
Yes.
It absorbed it and it took it in and it couldn't diffuse it, so it blew up and it was gone with it. I'm getting so many tickets. Because I'm thinking about all the ones that's happened to me. That's one. Most of the time it's not just you being clumsy. Sometimes it is, but even when it is you being clumsy, it might be you too clumsy for your crystal. Your crystal's like, Lord, how much longer am I going to be here?
This is an abusive relationship.
Can you, Angel, you gonna trip her? Okay, thank you. Because look, I won't come back as a bird. No. I'm just trying to make her laugh. So, hold up. What other questions? Are we moving up? So
Your
no.
next life, you're gonna come back as a bird.
And I honestly believe
Oh,
that,
Lord.
and I honestly believe, and Mia, I'm gonna check you out as well, or copy and paste if you can. I'm so sorry, you came a little late. We're trying to get everybody to go to the
Which
Witch
is
and
the
the
Wizard
Wizard so
channel,
that we
so
can
we can
see
focus and really
on
give
the,
you the service
yeah,
you
yeah,
deserve
yeah,
and the
yeah.
attention you deserve.
Yes, and the questions.
Yeah, we
So-
can answer your questions.
So, but even when it's you just being clumsy or something is a mistake, it's never a mistake.
Mhm.
It's just that that's where you are. So if it's just, that's a reflection of your level of consciousness or where you should be, or something that's happening so you can get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
So it's always okay. You know, people get upset. I'm the number one person to be upset. Like, nah, you let it go. And Valley's like, ask it if it's out of service. Are you out of service? It said yes. This pie still got a headache. It's not really processing properly. We're gonna put this in the altar and we're gonna diffuse it again.
Spiritual.
And I'm gonna will it back to work. It ain't gonna leave me now.
CPR, do some spiritual CPR.
Yeah,
on it.
but that's the wrong thing to do because then your spiritual advice is gonna be on CPR. So why would you want that?
That is true.
So I don't know if you want to touch on that or touch on another question because we're getting questions and I'm so sorry.
What oils would you mix for a head cold, or even a tea? Very interesting question, Katie. You really have to get to the core of why you have a head cold, because a head cold is not about a head cold. A head cold is about some kind of everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. So everything that's going on in my body, before I go to any remedy, before I go to anything, one answer to a head cold for you and the essential oils would be a different answer to someone else for the exact same thing. Why? Because everything is spiritual and you want to get a spiritual solution to the issue. So I would say, Katie, turn within, pray, ask spirit, what is really going on in my body temple? What would you like me to see? Before I start taking teas or anything like that, I ask, what is this about? Because when I was in bed for 3 days, just about, not too long ago, and it was pretty interesting because I never get sick. I'm full of tons of energy, healthy, happy, healthy like a horse. Like when I went to the doctor when I was like a decade ago, the doctor literally, they gave me this full physical, right? And they had all my blood and everything. And the doctor came into me and she said, I want to ask, am I on candid camera or something? I said, what do you mean? She said, I've never seen readings like this on someone your age. Like everything is perfect. Like we never see this. I'm like, bye. Because she was looking to see what kind of prescription she could write me. But that is spirit. And to tell you the truth, magical people, witches don't age like other people. Witches don't age like ordinary people. So magical people will have an inner system, an inner powering that spirit. But when you do have something going on in the body temple, you first ask spirit, okay, Katie? And then get your spiritual solution from spirit. Sometimes for me, it's rest. Sometimes for me, it's pray this prayer or fast. Sometimes not take something, it's don't take something. So that's the best I can offer for that.
Yeah, and lavender eucalyptus, a lot of people take that and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So you could rub it, you could put it in the diffuser.
Oh,
The sage actually, no, not this, but I mean, not on the couch, but I'm saying the sage for, I'm talking about for the headaches.
Oh, for the headaches. Oh, because I was looking at the sage.
That's something I would do too, because if we're talking about
clearing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing, and I would be breathing in, and I would be doing exercises, breathing exercises, and focusing, and actually getting to the core of it. So, but lavender eucalyptus. Tawanda is rolling. Tawanda is like she had apologized to one of her crystals before.
The breaking crystals.
Brownman said, "Hey Val, didn't you have a selenite crystal ball that broke?"
Hello, y'all know my story.
Right out the hand.
Jumped on my hand in the bathroom, and I was like, "Well, damn!" And I loved it. When I tell you, I love that crystal ball. I love that crystal ball. But that crystal ball that crystal ball had been on my altar for so long. That crystal ball probably had soaked up. I was crying. I was going through a separation. It was like 2008. I separated. I bought my brand new house. I was out on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. A lot was swirling around in my house. That crystal ball had been sitting on my altar for so long, and I know that thing was probably soaking up all kinds of stuff. It was probably like,
Oh Lord.
it was looking for the opportunity, and it wasn't gonna break in my prayer room because my prayer room had a wooden floor. It was wood flooring, and it probably wouldn't have broke if it had fallen or whatever the case may be. At the second I took that selenite ball into the bathroom, I was going into my bathroom, closed the door. I had this big, huge bathroom, this gorgeous house, and it had a big sunken tub, and it had the jets in the tub. It's like a big two-person tub, right? With a separate shower over there and a separate fart room. That's the part I really love about that bathroom. That you go in the toilet part, and it had a separate door, right? I was getting ready to take a bath, and I thought I was going to take a bath with the crystal ball, you know, I was going to be doing some process, some witchy process. And I had all these candles and everything. That crystal ball, and usually I kept the crystal ball on this little round, like a gold, it wasn't pure gold, it was kind of like one of these gold-plated like a little metal stand. And that's where it used to be on my altar. I tell you one thing, as soon as I took that crystal ball into the bathroom, it was almost like it jumped out of my hand, fell on the tile, hit the tap, and psh, literally, just like you just described earlier, shattered itself into a million pieces. Took all that energy. Took all that energy.
One said that the ball wanted a new roommate.
The crystal ball said, I done told you enough story. Stop. Goodbye.
Oh my God.
Goodbye. I done answered enough of your questions.
That poor man was getting so stressed.
All this stuff that we be, you know, and it was on my altar, so I'm always praying. I'm always in my prayer room, and you know, when you're in your prayer room, all the stuff is coming out. I knew the second I saw that crystal ball, I got the impress. Oh, she gave her life. She gave her life for me because she took all that stuff and she got rid of that energy, dispersed it, was done. And I almost wanted to cry because I love that selenite crystal ball. And it took me the longest time to get another crystal ball. Just now when I was in Hong Kong, years later, you're talking about 8 years later. And don't every time we go somewhere, I'm looking for a crystal ball. We in the coming back crystal shop on this very same channel. Look at the crystal shop we were in. We was looking a little raggedy because we hadn't slept in like, I don't know, 36 hours. But, well, I was looking raggedy. Let me speak for myself. I ain't saying he was looking raggedy. I was looking quite crazy.
I think I took the camera in the bathroom and everything. You took the camera in the bathroom? I was like, yeah.
How much did they see?
I edited it out.
Okay. Is this going to be an X-rated video? Because we not, this is a spirituality channel. Keep it straight. Where are we going with this? So, I mean, I had been looking for a crystal ball, it never came. I tell you one thing, I walked into the Jade Market in Hong Kong, the Jade Market, where they got crystals galore in every shape. That's where your tiger's eye bracelet came from, Jade Market in Hong Kong. Every crystal you can imagine. I mean, just every which way. And I tell you, I walked straight in the door, and there's different entrances to show you how this crystal ball called me. There's different entrances to go into the Jade Market. And most people didn't even go in where I went in. I just kind of walked in my head, just like yours. Straight over there was the crystal ball. She was sitting there like, yeah, I was waiting for you to show up. I was like, what damn?
So
there she is. And you know what I was thinking? I wouldn't be at all surprised if Spirit arranged that whole trip just for me to get that crystal ball.
Wow.
Something came to me about that. It would not have been surprising at all.
Wow.
Now, isn't it? And I have been taking very good care of this crystal ball. So let's see.
All right. Let's talk. Let me see.
What's our time?
So when I sat down,
with our time?
we have like 7 more minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes.
How often should you cleanse your stones if you wear them on your neck every day? No, not every day. I wouldn't clean them every day. That's how I control. But we gotta respect. Somebody had another message, or I'll talk about that, and then you look for the other message.
Okay.
Meaning behind crystal. It's around here. It's after here.
Y'all are watching. Y'all got some good comments.
So yeah.
Oh my God.
So the crystals, I wouldn't cleanse them every day. I'm a dirty crystal carrier.
What does that mean?
Because I don't like to cleanse them all the time, and I just feel like I lose something. So that's part of a personal issue as well. But I wouldn't cleanse it every day because it's not like you're getting attacked. Like it's people's energies on it every day and so on. You know, unless like you're going through all these ruffles where all these people's energies are sliding by you. I mean, there's some people that they say don't even leave your crystals in the car because when you're driving, all these energies is pulling energies from everywhere. I'm not saying that's not true, but for me, like I gotta touch it and feel it. I know what they feel like. I know what I want it to feel like. And it's an altar question. It's an altar question.
Oh, it's an altar question? Because I was amazed by this. My Moldavite would make me sick the first couple of days I had it. It wasn't the Moldavite. It was what it was bringing up. It wasn't the stone.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's clear stuff out. That stuff was sitting in there.
And some people be like, why'd you give me this?
Yeah,
I was like,
make me sick. But
how about thank you?
thank you, move that stuff out.
But wait a minute, was it polished?
Oh.
Was it polished? Oh. Because a lot of times when you have rough stones, which I do, and I love lapis azul and stuff like that, but that stuff is toxic. It's toxic. So you gotta be careful. Was it polished? Check if it was polished. But anyways, I wouldn't cleanse it every day. For me, I'm the wrong person to ask in the sense of because I go a lot on how I feel and where I'm at. I'm usually pretty in tune with what I'm doing. Just like with the succubus, with the succubus.
The incubus and the succubus?
Oh, it was a succubus. Stop saying incubus.
Okay, yes, sir.
It probably wasn't incubus. I'm in denial. But even with that, remember we talked about it, I was like, well, it could be this, it could be. I was like, no, I know exactly what I was doing. My thoughts were out of control. That's where it was. So I'm usually pretty in tune with myself and with what, my biases is. I mean, I have my downfalls, obviously, and I usually could recuperate. So I really go on how I feel, but daily, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't suggest that at all, unless you are living in a war zone for real.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're in a place,
and
then
even New York, maybe I would cleanse. If I was on public transportation, I probably would more cleanse.
I gotta put it in my pocket and hold it tight, like don't let nothing come at it. So yeah, somebody asked about. Remember that I was like, it's not necessary, but you should, but it is.
Every day. Everyday cleanse?
No, it was about the altar. Somebody asked about an altar. Because I think they talked about how to start one. And I think that some other people might not know about the altar. I think it was, what is an altar? So you can answer that.
Okay.
Well, and I'll answer the second part. There's 3 parts. What is an altar? I'll answer, we'll just go part by part, but go ahead while I find it.
Okay. An altar is anything sacred to you. In the Bible, they used to create an altar by piling up stones. And then they would put something of meaning on top of it. And the second you set up an altar, angels come down from heaven intended. The second you set up an altar.
Intended.
Yes, and they tended. Yes, they tended. So that means that you are anchoring the presence of the divine in this space. Every room I'm in, I have an altar. I have an altar in my office. So really an altar is more about intention than it is about the actual objects. And then you go by what is leading you, what's inspiring you, what's speaking to you. You get a beautiful altar. First, clean and clear. We talk about this a lot. Clean and clear. Clean and clear. That's why we're talking about how to cleanse and clear. Clear with sage. Clean the walls. Clean the floor. Sweep out. And what I do also is spray. We'll talk about a couple of other things that I do too for cleansing that are coming up. And once you clean and clear, the next step is now you're going to pray. I pray, and a universal prayer that works really well is the Lord's Prayer. You want it?
No, I don't know where it is.
Universal prayer is the Lord's Prayer, and the Lord's Prayer takes care of everything. Remember we were talking about the Necronomicon the other day?
Yes.
In the Necronomicon it said that even if you call a demon out, because it teaches you how to call out demons from all these strange places where they are, right? They have calls, actual demonic calls. It says that if you call out a demon, this was very fascinating in that book, the Necronomicon. It said if you call out a demon and some of the incantations to make the demon go back to where it's supposed to be and lock it back where it is, or to cast it away or whatever, predate the calls in the Necronomicon, well, actually are newer than the calls in the Necronomicon. So if you call out some of the demons that are in the Necronomicon, they might not respond to some other calls to put them back. So guess what it said in there? A good option always, anytime you're dealing with an entity or anything of low vibration or any kind of demonic entity or spirit, the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer will work, and it will get that thing away from you. Pray up the Lord's Prayer. So I'm always praying the Lord's Prayer, or either the Lord's Prayer or the 23rd Psalm. Pray, 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 and then a beautiful altar cloth on your altar. You set the space, beautiful altar cloth, and then you begin putting things on the altar that speak to you. It could be a cross, it could be an angel, it could be in this altar here in my office. Here in our office, I have the symbol of Egypt, ancient Egypt, because all esoteric, Western esoteric arts and sciences come from Egypt. So I have a symbol for Egypt there. I also have a mirror to remind me to do mirror work and look within and turn within, and then any issue that I experience, the answer is in the mirror. Oh, to be a, and then the last thing that I have there on the altar right now is a cauldron with money in it. And then behind the altar I have love, and then we have success. So we got all kinds of good deliciousness going on. Do we want to show the last two things and end?
Oh my God, we do, because we have to get on a call. It's about 10 o'clock. What is this about? It's unable to connect. But what I wanted to because I think that I don't know why I couldn't find the question, but the question was, how do you do it? Which she already answered is what it is. She already answered it, and is it necessary? Again, it just depends on your belief and what you need. And
that's what everyone
yeah, it's all about your belief, because I think it's the same thing as you're talking about church and you're talking about the word and God. Like, is God necessary? Like, of course it is, but it's not. It just depends what you need. That's what deems what's necessary. Some people need to pray to angels, some don't. Some want to pray to Mary, some want to pray to somebody wants to pray to Metatron, somebody. So to be honest, is all really based on you. What I believe is that whatever makes you feel comfortable and gives you that power and that continuation, do it. Do I have an altar? Yes. In my bedroom? Yes. Because I feel that it's a portal. It's an extra strength that what I put on it is taken care of. I don't have to worry about, is the energy right? Does somebody touch it in my house? It's on my altar. I mean, you'd be surprised the stuff. Remember when we went to Virginia and there was an altar out there and there were deer hubs everywhere, but there was an apple on the altar. They didn't touch the apple.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't go near the altar.
You talking about the Nematon at Wayne's place?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
my goodness, where we do the rituals.
And then
my goodness.
And at some places, there were branches stuck on the ground, like somebody stabbed it down. And it's like...
Well, the fairies are taking care of that space, too. The nature spirits and the fairies. And
so it was like, there might have been a deer trying to get the apple, and I was like, no!
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And did he ever remember that?
When he kept putting it on, it kept knocking it on.
Yes! And then you remember also he said that he went out there one time and it was all snow. And he said there was deer tracks all the way up to the Nematon, and then the tracks went all the way around the whole Nematon.
Yeah, so it seemed like deer were running. And they were running, and they went around. They split. The group split up and went out. So it just depends where you are. For me, it's important because it's a temple. It's a place where I pray and meditate, and I put things that I want to be in that energy, or that I want to gain some of that energy. I mean, to me, it's like an open portal. You know what I mean? To the other dimension, to the other side. Yeah, and that's why I don't have like something specific, unless it's like someone said about an ancestor thing, or something like that. And to me, it just, if they're in need, they're gonna come to it. You know what I mean? So
yes.
So it's open. You know, I have one of my seals there. Sometimes I have books on there. You know, money, whatever it is that my intention is, and that I'm focused on, that's what's on my altar. And so for me, I deem it necessary for my practice and for my belief, and that's it. I mean, I have my daughter's room, like stuff is, I put it everywhere where it's important. And in my daughter's room, that's hers. I taught her about it. Pray up the space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's her thing. You know what I mean? Because it just depends what's gonna work for you. But we do gotta close out. What are the
last two? Last two. My fave, Florida water.
Yes.
Clean your energy field.
Agua Florida.
Cleanse. And what I actually did was I did a spray. I did the Florida water, and sometimes I put in here. Well, tell me what you think of this spray. I sprayed it that way.
Before. Remember, I like it.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
So it has different essential oils in here, so you can spray. Florida water to cleanse, and clear your whole space. Now this is the last one. Y'all are gonna love this. This is wrapped. This is the piece de resistance. This is the grand finale. Yes. Are you ready? For cleansing and clearing, you're gonna love this. For the Magick Mashup that we did tonight on Tantra Talks. You're gonna love this. I promise you. You're gonna love it. My singing bowl. Because guess what? Everything is energy. And spirits, beings, entities, everything is sound. So oh, they run. Oh, they run.
Do you hear that?
Can you feel it?
Oh, yeah, I can feel it.
I ring it every morning. Ain't no cooties gonna be nowhere near me. And me, myself, there's an altar everywhere I go. I go into my hotel room. I put up a little mini altar. Oh, they running. Hello? Oh, they running. So if the sage don't smoke them out, if the essential oils don't crackle them, if the sage don't get them, if the spray don't get them, if the Florida water don't get them, I'm going to deal with you with sound. Because sound and vibration, everything is energy. Oh, you won't get out of here. That's it. That's all. You ready?
No. Bill said hi. Yeah, it's crazy because we have to leave. We're 7 minutes over. Bill said hi. Bill, I love Lapis Azul. We'll get back to you. Yes. Hold on. Do you know more about this? Yeah, Bill, go into it. You can do some research on Lapis Azul. Lapis Azul, it's very powerful. I loved it as soon as I saw it. Yes, I have it in raw form and I have it polished. I love the stone. I have a bracelet. I have it's pop. I mean, you can do some stuff. I would say that you learn a little bit more about it. Pray and meditate with it in your hands. And I carry mine around. I carry some around all the time. Real quick, Wicked Kid E. Thank you, Shauna Stevens, for reposting his question. Wicked Kid E's question. Did we give you enough information on how to set one up? Like Val said, you can just put rocks and put something that you what was the word you used?
Like, meaningful, sacred to you.
Yeah. And have your purpose, have your intention set, and pray up the space. Because when you pray things up and you make it sacred, the angels are going to come down. The Spirit is in you anyways. The Holy Spirit is there. Jesus is there. Someone talked about, Katie said, is it possible to call upon Christ and have a conversation with Him?
Oh, yes.
Can you do so with the Lord's Prayer? Katie, there are so many levels when we're talking about this, and we're talking about angels, and you can talk to angels, you can talk to God, but it's a process. It's not easy. It's rigorous. I mean, just think about this. You don't let just anybody get the cookies, right?
Absolutely not.
So, and that's us humans.
That's
so
right.
Imagine they not gonna let you get the cookies, get to the cookies.
Any angel
not the cookies, but to the cookie information.
Right.
Information
that,
for cookies.
What you really want. Yeah.
So you really gotta take yourself there, and that's when I started to more really be strict. I'm like, I'm not sleeping with this. I'm not. No, thank you. You look great. I would have slept with you 5 years ago. Today, you ain't messing my stuff up because I hear things right now. I'm not doing all of that. God is blessing me right now. I got all kinds of stuff going on. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Hello.
So that's that.
She's on The Witch and the Wizard. You see Dr. Jate?
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is. That's
No.
where she's coming up. Dr.
No.
Jate is on The Witch and the Wizard.
Where?
Back there. I just saw her comment.
That might not be the Witch and the Wizard.
Yeah, it is the
Or
Witch and the
Jate
Wizard.
Wilder.
I'm looking at her.
Hey, beautiful.
Yes,
Where you at? Where you at, Dr. Jate? We gotta go. Look, Dr. Jate, you're supposed to be on a call with us.
I know. We're going to the call now. All right, love you, peace.
We love you guys.
People, peace.
Bye. We got 11 people, 11 thumbs up.
11.
Witch and the Wizard out.
Ow. Love you. Peace.
Love you guys. Peace.
Oh, awesome.
Where is this?
Awesome sauce.
Oh, it's on that corner.
Uh-huh.
On this corner, I mean.